Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I really hope that you have all been enjoying the weather. Let me just close the window actually because you can hear a bit of the traffic. I hope that's a little bit better. And also I'm sitting on a little stool that is a bit creaky, so if you do hear like this creaky noise, then just ignore that. Yeah, as I was saying, I hope that you have all been enjoying the sunshine and the heat. So today I have a haul from a few different places. I'm going to start off with Poundland because I know you all love Poundland. I've got just a small haul, and then I've got like a tiny B&M haul, and then a Matalan haul, but I'm really excited to share it because all of these things that I brought are like some of my favourite buys. I think they are like really up there, that they're probably the favorite buys I've ever done, and it's because it's part of like a makeover that I'm doing, and I'm going to be filming that, by the way, on my other channel, my live channel. So I'm doing a makeover in my living room because that's where we spend the most time. So all of these things are scattered around the living room to give like the look that I'm after. So yeah, it's all basically homeware, and I know you guys love homeware, so do I. It's one of my favorite things, so let's get into it. Before we get into the homeware, I actually have like 3 items to share from Poundland. This here is so beautiful. They had like a few different colours in, and what's weird is that I've only seen this in one branch, and that branch I never go to, like it just happened to be on the way somewhere where I was, and I just popped in and I found these and I was like, what, I haven't seen anyone hauling this at all, and I've only seen it in this one branch, like I said, because I then went into the other 2 local branches that I have, and these were just not there. But look at how pretty it is. It's got like a little rub in there, a butterfly. They had different variations in, so if you can get it, consider yourself lucky. And then I brought this. This is Tresemme Keratin Smooth. If you've tried it, let me know. I've brought the conditioner, and I've also got the serum, so I thought, you know what, I'll try the shampoo. And I was pleasantly surprised to see this. I usually get this, but I didn't know that Poundland stock it. I kind of use this for everything, for my hair, for my skin, for using as a natural toothpaste, and also I give it to my cats. It gives them like a nice shiny coat. So yeah, definitely recommend it at just £1. Now we're moving on to the main bits, which are the homeware that I've got for the project makeover. Starting from Poundland, I've got these gorgeous, absolutely beautiful cushions. They were just £5. I couldn't believe it. They do this in a grey colour as well, and then they've got some other cushions with tassels on, but I way preferred this. And these are just flying off the shelves. They're kind of hard to get. I had to get into 2 or 3 branches, tried different shops, different times. Thankfully, I finally got as many as I needed, which were 4. And yeah, I think they're just so beautiful. Let me know if you like these cushions or not. I think it's one of the best things that Poundland have ever stocked, in my opinion. Okay, then moving on to B&M, I started out looking for a side table. Initially, I had like a nest of tables, the 3 nests of tables, and I got them on shpock, so they were secondhand and they really were outdated. So I really wanted something minimalist because that was like what I was going for in this room, something quite clean, modern. And in B&M I basically found this beautiful table, and it was only £10. And I was debating because I was like, well, I was looking for nests of tables, you know, but I decided, you know what, they're a little bit clunky, they need more storage. This just looks the piece. This was what I was looking for basically, and I went around the shop just to double check, and I thought to myself, you know, this is an absolute bargain. When I got home, I have to say, I was a little bit disappointed because I thought it was taller than it actually was. Like, it's quite short, but I'm kind of still happy with it. I'm a little bit let down, but you know, that's kind of my fault because it does say here's a box actually. So if you are looking for this, this is the box. And it does have some measurements here, but I didn't see that. Like, you know, I'm just in a rush. At the same time, I was filming the B&M shop with me, so I didn't see the measurements, but I really am bad with measurements anyway. Like, even online, I just add things to my basket and then they arrive and I'm like, that was way smaller or way bigger than I thought. And then the next thing that I picked up in B&M was this shoe rack. I actually had a big shoe rack, and I feel like, I don't know, I haven't found something that I'm really happy with, you know. a lot of my shoes tend to be stored upstairs in my room anyway, and then I just get dressed and I, you know, wear my shoes and come down with it. But my husband tends to put his shoes on like there and then. So I needed something because they were just lined like in the corridor and it didn't look very nice. So when I was in B&M, I was like, you know what, we need a new shoe cabinet thing, and I actually sold mine on one of those apps. I haven't found a design that I'm happy with, but when I was there I found one that was just £5, and they did it in a black and a white version, or a black and a silver version, and it was really easy to put together. But I mean, you pay for what you get. It was only £5. I wouldn't say I'm really happy with it. It does the job, but I feel like it's a temporary solution until I find something better. And then as part of the transformation, I knew that I wanted like prints in the living room. So I actually wanted to get these from Poundland, but all the black frames had gone, and I had gone into a few branches, tried a few different times. All the white ones would be left, but the black, you know, the A4, I think it is, the A4 size, they had the A3, but that was way bigger than I wanted. And then they had the really small ones, and obviously that was too small. And then when I was in B&M, they have like a whole aisle full of frames, and I found these ones that were really like good quality, you know, like wood. It was actually wooden and it was thick, and I was like, okay, you know, I really think that I should get this because it was also reduced. So it was I think £4. So I was sitting there in the shop like, oh well, Poundland would have been £3. But obviously the quality was way different. So when I got home, I arranged them and I just printed some prints out. Like I don't buy prints, you know, I'm a budget girl. So I printed it, cut its size, and just stuck them in. And then when I put them on the wall, I was like, I think it might be too small. So yeah, back to the sizing issue. But I'm still happy with them. I think I'm just going to stick with it at this point because it just feels like a waste, like having to buy more frames. And I think it works okay anyway. And then my last buy from B&M was this beautiful mug. And every time I'm in a shop, I'm like, okay, stay away from the slippers, stay away from the craft section, and stay away from the mugs because I absolutely love mugs. And like they're starting to come out with these beautiful like designs and patterns and sizes, and this mug, I just looked at it and I was like, nah, and there is no stopping me with this one, and I just put it straight in the basket because I really love bees. Like they're so cute and fluffy, and I really love bee print and bee design stuff. So I loved that, and I also loved the size of this mug and the shape of it, so you know, had to get it. And it was only, I think it was £2.50. Now I'm moving on to Matalan, and I think I only got like 3 items from Matalan. I started off with the basket. This is a laundry basket, but I am actually going to be using it as a dustbin because I looked for wicker dustbins. I'm kind of going for, you know, I wanted something woven or wicker. And I looked and looked and looked online, everywhere. Like I'm telling you, I looked for so long, it took hours, and I just couldn't find anything. And all I was seeing were these laundry baskets, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna buy a laundry basket and turn it into a dustbin. So that's what I've done. I got this beautiful one from Matalan, and I've put in like a white liner, and it works perfectly. It really does the job, and I was so happy that I actually thought of that. And then the next thing I bought was this little storage thing, and it actually doesn't fit what I needed. So yeah, back to the sizing thing. I really do love it. I think it looks so high-end and classy, and it really goes with the whole decor and everything that I'm doing in the room. So I'm happy with that. But I have, like, you know, when we have dinner, because we sit and have dinner around that area, and I usually have like a box of tissues and a box of kitchen roll, little packet of baby wipes, so that when we finish eating, even though I eat with a spoon and stuff, I just like to like wipe my hands, wash my hands like with the baby wipe, and then dry it with some tissue. So like until I get up and wash my hands. So I wanted something for that, but they don't fit in there, unfortunately. So I'm gonna buy little packs of tissues and little packs of like hand wipes so that they can fit inside. But yeah, it's just so beautiful. Like I said, these are some of my favorite buys, and for the first time I didn't worry about the price too much. Like if I wanted it, I was like, you know what, I think that we deserve to have like a room that we really enjoy sitting in. So I didn't go overboard. Like I did try to sort of still budget, but at the same time I tried not to tell myself that's too expensive, because usually that's what I would do. I'd be like, I'm not gonna buy that, that's so expensive. And then the last thing I brought from Matalan was this planter, and it actually is white, so when you see it now it'll kind of have like an off-white colour. That's because when I put it there it just looked really off, like it just stood out way too much, and I didn't know what it was. Like I was sitting there looking around the room and I was like, there's something I'm not happy with. And then my husband, I was quite surprised that he kind of picked up what it was before me. He was like, I think it's too white, like it's standing out too much. And then that's when I realised that he was right. And I went up to my craft room and I looked at what paints I had, and I had this little Wilko paint pot. It's like it looks darker than it actually is, but it's kind of like an off-white, like a cream, kind of like a bit of a coffee colour. And I took my sponge brush and I just went ahead and added a little bit of that paint, and it really made a difference, because now it matches like the wall, it matches the new rug that we've got, it matches everything. Whereas when it was white, it also made it look way more cheaper. Now it kind of looks like really expensive. You think I've spent a lot more than I actually have. And all of these things that I brought from Matalan are like the new range, and they are going really fast. So when I was planning out this room, everything initially was from Ikea, like everything. And then I realised, like, you know what, going to Ikea is, I've never actually been to Ikea in my life, but my husband's been a lot of times, and it's like an hour away almost. And so, you know, thinking of going there and then like the drive back and the amount of time I'm in Ikea, I was like, let me just check a few other websites and see if I can get what I need like quicker, you know, more efficient sort of thing. And when I also checked the Ikea delivery, I was like, oh my god, it was £45. It's like, I'm not paying that, like literally not paying that. So thankfully I got majority of the stuff from, like I said, Poundland, B&M, Matalan. I also got a lot of the stuff from Amazon, so I'll get to that in a second. But I did have something that I really wanted from Ikea, which was a lamp, and it actually was out of stock, the one that I wanted. And then I went on to Shpock, it's like an app that I sometimes use, and I found the exact same lamp for just £8. And obviously it's kind of like secondhand, but it's not really, like you wouldn't know. It's absolutely perfect condition, and she lived locally, so we went and grabbed that. So this is an Ikea, but I didn't get it from Ikea. I'm kind of glad because I got it like at way cheaper price. I also brought a new rug which I wanted to show you. This isn't from Amazon or anywhere, it was from a website called iRugs, and they're actually from America. So when I went onto it, because it's a .co.uk website, I thought it was gonna, you know, come in a few days. And when I checked out on everything and the delivery information came through, it was actually from US, and I was like, what? I got really worried because I actually didn't check the reviews of the website. I checked the reviews on the website, but a lot of the time, you know, companies just make their own reviews up. And yeah, I was like, oh no, because when me and my husband sat down and we looked at the reviews for this iRugs website, they were really bad. And I was just like, what have I done? Because there was a rug I wanted from Ikea initially, but as I mentioned, you know, I decided just to scrap Ikea and try to look elsewhere for everything. And I was just like, oh no. But thankfully it did take a while because it was from America, but it came quick despite it being from America, but obviously not as quick as it would have been if it was from the UK. And then people were like saying that they don't deliver this stuff, and when they deliver it, the rugs are really, really terrible. So I was really like disheartened, but it arrived, and pleasantly, like I was pleasantly surprised, because we were like thinking it's going to be absolute rubbish with all the reviews we read. It was so beautiful, and I'm really, really happy with it. So, you know, thankfully I had a good experience. I don't know what all the other people experienced, but I'm just so glad that that wasn't my experience in the end. So we are actually also going to be putting like laminate onto there, so that's still to come. And then we're going to be doing stuff to the wall. So now I'm moving on to Amazon, which is where I got quite a lot of things from. Starting off with this vase. I really love the vase. I knew I was looking for a clear vase because I was like, should I go for a white vase? Should I go for a brown vase? You know, it's really hard to envision everything because I hadn't got a lot of the products, so all of this was just going on in my mind. And then I found this vase and I was like, I'm sure this is going to work. It's absolutely beautiful. I really loved the design and the price, and I find Amazon so much better to order stuff from. It is kind of expensive, I'm not gonna lie, but it's addictive, like in a sense of it's easy to return. You know, you get to see real reviews from customers with the photos, and also we have Prime, so like we get it delivered like so quick, you know. So yeah, like it's addictive in that sense. So I got this vase, and then I was looking for something to put in it, and I knew I wanted something quite classy and high-end to go with everything, and also the colour scheme. And so what came to my mind was this, I hope I'm saying it right, if I'm not, please excuse me. I think it's called Pampas grass. Yeah, I didn't actually know what it was called. I was like Googling, trying to find out what this thing is called, because I've seen it so many times, but I just didn't know what it was called. So yeah, they have different colours, you know, different sizes, and I decided to go for this one, and I was like, I just don't know if I've made the right decision. But when it came, I was so happy with it. They are fake, so you can get some like real dried ones, but I wanted this one because the colour and the way that it looked was like more pleasing to me, because the others I felt like sometimes can look old-fashioned and almost Elizabethan, you know, like it just reminds me of the theatre. But I really did like the colour of this and the way that they feathered out. Also, they are quite pricey, let me tell you that. Like the ones that we got were like £5, and it was like at a good price. I looked around, I looked on different websites as well, so this was the best price for the best look and the amount as well, because generally they sell either 1 or 3. And then the next thing I brought was this artificial fern. I wanted to put it in the planter that I got from Matalan, and I really just love this because it looked so real. You know, like sometimes you get artificial plants and you're like, oh, you can tell that they are fake, like so bad. Like some of them really, the quality is terrible. So, you know, I've been going around obviously Home Bargains, B&M, Poundland, and there just wasn't anything that I was really happy with, and it took quite a lot of research. Oh, trust me, we've even got one order that we've had to cancel because it hasn't arrived, and that's a bad thing about me. I need to check reviews before I order from different places, and this is why I just stuck to Amazon in the end. So this fern was from Amazon, and as you can see, it looks so real. I'm really happy with it basically. I've actually ordered like a 4-foot bamboo tree, and I can't wait for that to come. I really wish that it came in time for this video because I think it's just going to look amazing. Speaking of that, I brought this storage woven basket thing to put the Amazon bamboo tree in, so that's what that's for. And then the last thing to finish off like the accessories, I knew I needed to throw Leo, my cat, like loves sitting on my lap with a throw on, but I had like 2 grey ones, and then my husband had a blue one, so like it was just all over the place, and it wasn't going with, you know, the new decor and the new colour scheme that we had. So I've been looking for one. I've got one so far, one throw. It is kind of like a little short, so I'm gonna have to find some more and place an order and maybe get 2 more. But as you can see, it just really complements and finishes off like the look. Basically, it looks really homely now, and I'm just so happy with it. So I haven't finished doing the makeover yet, but I'm pretty close, and I think that I'm gonna do the video on my other channel without the laminate and without the wall done, because that's just going to take way longer, and I just can't wait to, you know, show you guys, because this is sort of like the first time that I have designed sort of like the room, you know, like I feel like a bit of an interior designer right now. So yeah, and it is so nice. Like you'd be surprised what the small touches can do. We just love sitting in that room now. We're just sitting in there all day, all the time. And my husband's like, now we need to start doing all the other rooms so that we could, like, you know, space out how long we sit in each single room. Anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed today's video. It's a little bit different, like the way that I have filmed this haul, and you know, it's a bit like a few different shops in one video. But yeah, I really hope that you have enjoyed watching, and you know that this has inspired you. Maybe there's some products that you like, and by the way, if you do, let me know. I'll give you the links. Let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to share the links. Alright, I'm not making sense now because it's dinner time and I need to eat. So take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.